Hello and welcome to episode 39 of the DaebakCast. This is a weekly podcast where each week we get together and talk about what's current in K-pop. We usually do a album review or two this week, or maybe four, like 2 weeks in a row.
It'll happen eventually again.
And then we also bring a couple random topics of discussion. So, as always, I'm joined by Nate.
Just a library.
TTS. Yeah. And Andrew. Who usually has three things.
I have four
things.
How dare you? You're not allowed to. No, you gotta cut one.
No.
One of them's not important enough.
No, I'm doing four things. Okay, number one, Red Sox Astros. Game one did not go well. Anyway.
Yeah, that's not important.
Number
yes,
two.
it did go very well.
Sale shit the bed. Number two, I went to within the past week since the last show, I've seen the Antenna label concert and Paramore, so both were pretty good. Antenna was good. I was like the only non-Korean at the Antenna concert though, so.
At least you're still Asian though.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, like, I stand out. I stand out even more is because they can tell that I'm not Korean, so
yeah.
they're just like, what's this Filipino guy doing here? Paramore was amazing too last night. Like, again, K-pop has like slowly dragged me away from Western music, but they're still like my number one at least band in terms of I've seen them like 6 times now. So, number three. We have by the time this goes up, New York Comic Con is this weekend, and I will be. Oh God.
Nope. Other side.
It's hard to point.
Other side.
It's hard to point.
Other shoulder.
It's okay. Yeah. It's. I have the lion mask for Lionheart, and I'm going to be using it as a shameless promotion technique for Truly Daebak.
Well, I mean, you tried to get the lion mask from Lionheart, but you actually got just a really terrifying, scary-looking mask.
Because they don't sell lion masks like that. Every one of them is scary because everything's just like Halloween masks. So it should be fun. But I can't see anything out of it. And it might be hot this weekend. So.
Whoops.
Yep.
Yeah, it was 80
the life of
today.
a cosplayer.
Yep, life of a cosplayer. Cosplayer problems. And finally. Finn KL was in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Okay, that one was pretty. That was pretty important. Nate.
That blew my mind.
That one was the most important. The baseball one didn't matter at all.
Yes, it does.
He could have cut that one.
But like I watched this YouTube channel called Rad Rat Video. It's like a skateboarding channel where they review video games as well. And some guy sent them a Korean copy of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on the PC. And it has like you can play as the members of Finkel, and they have their music as the soundtrack and everything, so it's ridiculous. And I ordered one. It's like $20 to ship it from Korea, so that should be fun. I'll play it in a couple weeks.
I gotta find this ISO and download it because I want to play.
I sent you the link. I sent you the link.
Yeah, you did.
I'll go back and download it. But yeah, that is hilarious. But yeah, Andrew, actually, you should do a Let's Play for the channel.
Finn KO.
Yes.
What if we get nuked?
That's fine. Anyways, I'm Jacob, and yeah, here's your weekly quote from Tableau, your weekly blow note. If your mind is heavy, stop dragging it around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a reaction.
No sound. No, look, it made blips. It made tiny blips on my audio monitor. Like anyways, the tiniest.
Let's get in to the action. It's showtime. Yep. All right, so the first topic is going to be the album review of IU's Kotgabi. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's a hard K.
Flower Bookmark
2
cover albums.
Yeah, which is very good. I loved it.
Yep.
Don't spoil
spoilers.
Hey.
Spoilers. I loved it.
So yeah, IU put out a cover album of like retro-ish, like 70s and 80s and 90s Korean songs. A couple of years ago, a while ago, I don't remember. But yeah, so she put out another one last week. Sometimes recently, I don't know. It was a while ago. Because the review or the monthly show screws everything up. Okay, so yeah, first song is Autumn Morning.
Yes.
This one I really liked all the like varied use of instruments and the fact that there are no instruments at the beginning. It's just IU singing with like just her singing.
Did you guys get to listen to the original versions that I sent you?
Yeah, I have notes for all the originals too. I just have like just a little bit of notes for each of them.
I did not, so I have just these impressions.
Okay.
So yes, I guess I'll have a fresh impression. You guys will have the other one.
The original version of this was by Yang Hee-eun. I believe she had a collaboration this year with Akmu. She has like really cool spiky hair. That's how I remember her. But yeah.
What decade is she from?
God, like she's been around a while. I think the song
70s?
is the song's pretty old because it's the original version of this is very very like old style, like folk almost in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's very Asian inspired sounding. Yeah, for the original I like the simplicity of it, but I prefer IU's like higher tone.
Yeah.
And also I guess this might just be a general sort of notice or theme that recurs throughout the album is that like just in general when you're doing a cover like of any song, it's not as easy as it might seem because on one side people are gonna be like, oh, you completely changed it, this isn't anything like the original or whatever, and then the other side is just like there's like nothing that's you didn't put your own sort of like spin on it. So
yeah,
I think what IU did a really good job with the entire album is that she balanced the tight line between staying faithful to the original sort of songs while adding like her own IU-ness, so to speak, to each of the songs. And I believe like the instrumentation of this is very much IU.
Oh yeah,
in addition to like the flute, like ocarina sort of like instrumentation in the background is amazing. Like the way this song sounds in like the like acoustic guitar picking, it just sounds like a song straight out of like a Zelda or something.
Yeah,
like just like really like chill, like sort of like galloping sort of music, if to steal some Jacob visual references.
Yeah, literally. Like again, like what I was going to say is I guess similar to your Zelda analogy, it's like I feel like I'm like walking through a forest and there's like a bunch of like woodland animals going through and stuff like that. Another thing about this song I really like is how it starts off a cappella and then the instrumentation just comes in.
The original song is sort of the similar same way, but again it shows just like how IU's vocals can carry just like on its own without rather needing any instrumentation. But no, this is a very very well put together song. So
yeah, the original is definitely way simpler, but
yeah.
Also, just another interesting thing is that there's that one part like halfway through the song where the instrumentation goes like off time a bit, where like it goes like they play with the time signatures too, but it still works, and I don't think they did that in the original song. So again, like she's sort of adding to it.
Her own artistry.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I wouldn't even really call this a cover album. It's more of a remake album.
Yeah, definitely more of a remake.
Most of the songs are way different.
Yeah, like this one was pretty faithful, but some of the other songs are just complete, like almost new songs, almost where you couldn't even tell that it was the same song. It's because it's that drastic of a change.
Yep. Next is Secret Garden.
This one's my favorite track.
For the original, I did not expect the electric keys that just come out of nowhere. But I don't know. It was okay, but I wasn't really a huge fan of the original singer's voice.
The original was done by Lee Sung-eun. It's more like
same name as somebody from K-pop Star 6.
The original song was more like Fleetwood Mac, like 70s, like soft rock style.
Yeah.
Whereas this is almost like you know how like there's been a folk revival as of late, so it sounded a lot more like this song especially reminds me of Mumford & Sons, who's like one of my favorite.
Yeah, the instrumentals right in the beginning. That's immediately what I thought of.
And like they're using brushes for the drums and everything, like straight up Mumford & Sons style, and I love it. And I can't believe IU hasn't done a song like this in this style before, because her voice just sounds perfect for it.
Yep.
Yeah. There's really good harmony. The string instruments all mix really well, and then they have like little raindrop sounds. I really like to those a lot.
Yeah, again, I love that. I love that
like
little attention.
ambience.
Like there's some of the songs have like ambient noise or like ambient details like that. So I like that attention that she puts into or that they put into that instrumentation.
Yeah. One of the reasons I really like this song is it just reminds me of like again, it's imagery, I guess. It reminds me of just me being in my dad's truck up in the up on the hill where our old farm is, with all the like grass and fields going by, and I'm just like looking out the window, like I don't know, seeing stuff go by. It just, I don't know, it reminds me of home. So
I
like this song
use
a
very
lot.
vivid with her songs really often, so it's pretty easy to have that.
Yep. Next is Sleepless Rainy Night. The original is Kim Gunmo, who I've actually heard of.
I haven't heard of him, but wow, that original song is something.
The drill is like super 90s.
It's like
He's usually like super electro and stuff.
No, it's like this like really like in your face like R&B hip hop like 90s song.
Yeah, like 90s.
Yeah.
Because like you know how in IU's version like the rapping is so soft and serene, and it's like like really in your face.
No, yeah, it is literally just a 90s like hip hop R&B song, and it's amazing. I loved it. Just because 90s and nostalgia. But yeah, for IU's version, it's like a funky like R&B song. But she, like you said, she raps, but it's like soft, like girl group idol rap.
It fits IU, so
it's how IU would rap. And then the MV style is amazing. So she did like a special unplugged.
Please, like
we'll
link the MV in the bottom. Like, please watch
really
that
good.
MV. It's like IU's outfit in like I'm in love with that IU.
Yeah, the glasses are so good.
Yeah, like she has glasses. Her hair's tied up, and she's wearing like a 90s Tommy Hilfiger like windbreaker. Like I would date the hell out of fuckboy IU. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like you don't know how much I'm in love after seeing that. And also I love the little detail where because in the song she's like harmonizing with herself, and then like they have the monitors like the TVs in like the bottom of the screen or whatever, and it's like her in her the outfit that she has in Last Night's Story, and then another outfit of hers where she's harmonizing with herself too. So yeah, it's again a little attention to detail like that, and also like the live version sounds amazing.
Yeah. Like one of my favorite parts, like you guys were saying about the rap, I love like the understated rap. I love it when like female understated rap. I really like it.
Oh yeah, because I can't. It'd kind of be funny if IU tried to recreate like the
the original.
Yeah, this is a case where definitely she had to tailor it to her style of music,
her own style. Make it believable, I guess.
Yeah, make it more believable than just like that sort of like old weird like 90s hip hop side of thing. But
yeah, if I were to like compare this to another IU song, I'd compare it to Blackout on Palette, which she does a similar like sing song like rap style, I guess, throughout the song.
The R&B style. So yeah, again, I love this style of IU, and also I like how like she the songs they're all very different. Like the genres seem to be pulled from like sort of different styles of music. So yeah, it's nice that but again, there's still the cohesion of like IU like still holding it together. So yeah, and I like the variety that she brings in the songs. Like she could have picked like 5 ballads and it's like it'd still sell.
Yeah, exactly.
And rightfully so, because IU ballads are like.
Speaking of.
Yep. Next isn't a ballad.
Oh wait, no. Oh no.
It's like that's the next song. Is the title track.
Next song is
Last Night's Story is next, which is the title track. For the original, this seemed like the most like similar to IU's. Like it was very very similar. It's just a little bit more electronic.
Yeah, the original was by Sobangcha. I'm not sure if they're famous.
Sobangcha. Yeah, Sobangcha.
Fire Truck.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Truck.
You see. Wait, you should see. There's a live version. There's a live version of them performing this.
I've heard of them actually.
Yeah.
They talk about them on Variety sometimes.
Their outfits in the live version they're just so 80s.
Yeah. They've been talked about on Variety.
Oh boy, like Korean music was so different back then.
Yeah. I feel like the original, like the song, like IU's version is just the original with like more real instruments instead of electronic instruments, but like it's very, very similar structure. And
I guess the difference would be like the original one is just very like like new wave, almost like synth, like 80s
it's very
music,
electronic.
where this is almost like
acoustic.
I don't know how to explain. This is just like throwback, like maybe like almost a 70s style rock. Like
yeah,
I've seen
60s, 70s rock.
like
yeah,
I've
that's
seen,
what it
like
sounds
I've,
like to
the
me.
comparisons I would directly make would be to something like Devo, or like definitely with how the drums are, like how the drum pattern is. Or a more modern example of this style of throwback rock would be Vampire Weekend. Like this straight up sounds like Vampire Weekend.
I could actually see that also.
Because
again, in alternative music today, they basically is like taking cues from older classic rock, and then fuse it with like electronic and stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Typically today, I mean.
But,
past couple of years.
Yeah, since we sort of teased what our thoughts on the music video were last week, now we can sort of like go full on in about it. Oh my god, that was
outfit. I loved it.
I love the outfit. I don't love the makeup so much.
I like the makeup.
I
like the retro. I like the retro of the makeup.
But no, because like I don't know. At least for me, it's just like I don't really like glittery, like heavy eyeshadow too much. Or at least colored eyeshadow. Like if it's black, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't like the blue eyeshadow.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like blue eyeshadow, but her outfit was amazing. But like the MV was just really like weird and like kitsch.
Yeah, there's so something weird. I don't know about what it was, but there's something really attractive about her, just her blank expression the whole time.
Well, yeah, I guess it's just like weird. But the easiest comparison I can make is like it seems like a Wes Anderson style, sort of just like weird as hell, so like sort of like music video. So yeah, I guess it fits with the style of music definitely. So yeah, this is an amazing song, and I'm surprised. I want IU to do more style of music like this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I hope her next album has cues from this remake album.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see. I'd like to see an influence of this. And I feel like, I guess in a sense, IU's very much a throwback in a way. Like a lot of her music's very old style for someone that's like 20 something. So it's no surprise that she'd find or she'd draw inspiration from like a lot of these older like Korean artists in a way. So yeah, it's a cool tribute to see, especially for those of us that have no idea what like K-pop or Korean music was before like the 90s at the earliest.
Yeah.
Yep,
definitely. Next is Rapids. As Andrew said, it's a ballad, which really displays IU's vocal prowess. The interesting thing is the original is like a much more upbeat song.
Yeah.
Like a lot more
music,
instruments.
It's called By the Stream, but same thing.
The original song was by Jung Mi-jo.
Jung Mi-jo.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Again, I don't know any of these people, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the original one was the original one. It has more instrumentation, but it still sounds like a traditional Korean song.
Yeah. It's just more instruments and more upbeat. It sounded more upbeat. Whereas I uses strings and piano and like a ballad.
And no, I love this song. Like this is.
Oh yeah, the song.
This song
was amazing.
Like this song was incredible. Like, again, I'm a huge Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, the anime. Your Lie in April made me a huge fan of classical music. So I love like this song could have almost worked even without IU. Just like the instrumentation is that strong. Like how well the piano is structured, how well like the strings are.
That's exactly what I wrote.
The instrumentals are just like almost the highlight of this song, and it's like IU on top of that, and like IU sings this in very much of a classical like Korean style of song, like almost like a folk, like traditional Korean folk song in a way. So yeah, it showcases like the range of her vocals as well, because it starts off really soft, but then towards the end, like she sort of starts to build like the high notes and the key change and sort of everything. So yeah, very well put together.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly my notes. Strings and piano are the main point, but which make it sound like a sad musical song, and then like it just displays IU's prowess perfectly.
Yeah, this seems like it would be for some type of play. Like I don't get.
It's a musical song.
Oh, it is.
No, I'm saying it sounds exactly like
Yeah,
one.
right.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if this came but out of like some type of traditional play or something. But
I use version though, but the original does not.
no, apparently I did see a live version of this song performed
Yeah.
that was just instrumental, so or just like piano based. So
Jacob.
So yeah, this is probably like my least favorite, but that's not bad because like I said, I really love this album. I think it's just because I really like the more like old school folk rock vibe of the other songs on the album, R&B, etc. Like either way, like I really like the song. It's got really good ballad vocals, and I guess it sort of it reminds me almost of like Through the Night on Palette. Sort of keeping trends there that she's already has precedent for. Again, really good ballad. That's basically all I really have to say about it.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite because this is what I like to call Disney Princess IU, which because like
you can see her like looking out a window.
Yeah,
at
exactly,
night,
and singing it, just singing it at Disney. And that the first time I saw that was listened to it was Last Story. Like Last Story is literally a Disney song.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering the name of the song right.
Like if I were to compare this, like again, I don't really know that the name particularly in Korean is, but this
No,
reminds
not
me.
Last Story.
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to find the name of that song. Just keep going.
But, what this reminds you of is like I don't know how much you guys are exposed to this, but Japanese enka songs, like the way she's singing it, like it's just like really like old style. I'm guessing Korean has a similar sort of like how like their vocals are just have a lot of vibrato in it, like just like almost like opera in a way. Like again, like, yeah. So it just again it shows that IU's a pop singer, and then that these are she can still bring these level. Like, has IU acted in a a play or something? Like, I mean, I know she's done dramas or whatever.
I wouldn't doubt it if she's been in a
because it seems
musical.
like IU would be perfect for like. It seems like I would be perfect for like some sort of stage play because again, if she's capable of these, like IU could totally like be in an adaptation of like I don't know like Les Miserables or something. Like she'd be perfect for that style of play.
I searched IU musical and just got Indiana University, so I have no idea.
Indiana University.
The song I was thinking of was Last Fantasy. Sorry, that is where I was like, that is a Disney princess song, and by IU, and that's where I got that from. Okay, last is Every Day With You. I'm just gonna read you guys the entirety of my notes right now. IU's notes. It's an acoustic IU ballad. The original. It's apparently sung by the Korean Beatles.
The Korean Beatles.
Yeah, they look like the album cover is like just straight from the Beatles. It's the four of them in the square, like each with a headshot. They look like the Beatles, and then the song is just full of harmonies, like the Beatles. It's like that was all my notes. I was like,
it's basically a 70s folk song. Yeah.
Yeah, they just took a Beatles song and made a Korean version of it, and then IU turned it into acoustic ballad.
Yeah, pretty much the same sort of thing with me. Like this didn't stand out as much as the others, but again, I still love the vocals on this, and again the harmonies and like the little bird chirping sound effects.
Yeah, the bird was good.
She kept from the original song, so again, just striking that balance of bringing her own style or own like flavor into the song while being faithful to the original.
Jacob.
Yep. So. Sorry, I'm writing some stuff down for later in the later topic, just so I don't forget to say it. Anyways, with this song, I really like the sort of chill nature of it, especially for this week. I had to study for exams this week, so like this album consistently keeping the nice and like it's not like super hype. It's like it stays down in a lull, which is good sometimes, you know. IU can always be reliable for that. You don't want to listen to
BTS Fire and Not Today constantly on repeat while you study?
Oh my god, no.
Nah, I don't think that would be good.
No, I would I just want to freaking just be
I'd listen,
the whole time.
I feel you. I listened to this on my train ride back home, so I'd fall asleep to this.
But yeah, again, like even so, like again, synesthesia wise, I could see myself on a bus through the countryside of some random ass country, Just like, and this is the soundtrack of the movie I'm in.
Cuba. I don't know.
Yeah, like, you know, it's just it's a solid song, like I said. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yep.
I guess before we get into before we get into scores, I just want to say I wish more artists did stuff like this, like cover, like
yeah.
I know they've been doing like the Soteji sort of like cover project sort of thing, but I wish like more like artists would release cover albums, because again, I feel like it's always nice to have an appreciation for the music that was around like pre-K-pop era, and I guess in a way it's like exposing people like us who have no like relation or no history of that sort of music is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
And also like again, it just shows how like I feel like IU is in like the K-pop space, or where pretty much everyone's just like an idol and that sort of thing. It feels like I feel like IU's like one of the true like artists of
she's transcended the idol like label.
She's not an idol basically.
Like, ever since Chatshire, really.
Yeah, basically.
That's when she started to take her own artistic liberties, I guess, with her own music.
Yeah, that was the whole point of 23 was like I was the country's little sister for forever, and you
not
sold
anymore.
me as that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. Overall, I keep going back and forth. I can't decide.
This was easy. This was really easy for me.
Yep.
So I'm assuming you're both 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Yep. 10 out of 10.
I keep going back and forth between a 9 and a 10 only because of the other album we were reviewing and comparing it to that.
They can both be 10s.
Well, I mean, like with this, the reason why I give it a 10 out of 10 is because again, like I appreciate the uniqueness of the concept. Again, how hard it is to like be like some of these I think like are really like important, really like well-known artists in like Korean music, and for her to like put out a cover album of this, it's just like it just shows like the level of skill and like the level of daring she has to like release this when like popular music nowadays sounds so much different than like what this is. So again, I guess it's just like it's something that only IU can do. It feels like it feels like like IU is just like she's able to bring this sort of like uniqueness or just like tackle this sort of like challenge head on. So that's
I guess it doesn't really matter either way, because if I do a 9, it's a 10 anyway.
Well, just for logistics, So if your gut feeling,
probably. Like I said, I'm in between. Like I would probably give it a 9.5 if we did points.
Round up.
But yeah, I'll just do 10 because why not? It doesn't matter.
Woo!
It doesn't matter.
Like, is it weird to say that this is my favorite IU album?
No, I think it's mine too. I think I might actually like it more than Palette.
Yeah, easily. I like it way more than like not the Palette was bad or anything. It's just again I love the concept of it so much, and it's just
Palette's one of my favorite K-pop albums of all time. So if that's to put it in perspective,
you guys definitely like it more than I do. I liked it a lot, but it's not. It's not my favorite IU album.
Well, because I feel like with this, it resonates with me more because a lot of it's just like really like old style folk songs, and my favorite IU song is Peach. Like that's like the first song I heard from her. Like straight up, like I saw the music video of her and like she's like Italy and everything, and like her playing the acoustic guitar. Like that's what I think of when I think IU, and pretty much like all of this is that just like expounded upon. So. Like this is everything I want out of an IU track. Like it gives you like a sampling of every sort of different style. So I don't think I have nothing else to say on it. This is amazing.
So for me, I like starting from the concept. It's already 3 out of 3 because like from like even just like the cover art. The cover art is so nice. It fits my like design style. Like I guess so good. I really like the aesthetic of the photo and stuff she used. The music videos were awesome, even though like you could tell like they didn't have to put that much money into it, but they were still really nice, really good music videos. You know,
this is essentially a side project for IU. Like this isn't like an album sort of thing. So
I mean, it is. They market these as albums because this is the second one. Yeah, as minis.
Yeah. So like going off that, like again, it's a cover project, but she put so much like artistry and thought and work into this, you can tell. And again, like I liked every single song on the album. and conveniently there's 6 of them, so 6 out of 6 for that. And then obviously a bias point because I really like IU. Like I think IU's appeal for me, like post Chatshire, is the same of Hyako's, where there's no one that is exactly like her. And like, you know, to get this type of music you have to listen to IU. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's just that there's nobody that's able to break out onto the same level that IU can with this type of music, because again, this isn't K-pop. This stuff isn't K-pop, so
it's its own thing. It doesn't even fit into a genre, actually, in my opinion. Like, it's like, again, it's like Epic High's like pretty much slogan: no genre, just music. You know, stuff I love. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Truly Daebak.
Yep, this is truly Daebak album, easily.
Yeah,
So-
I agree with that.
Why is it that YG sublabels release better music than the actual like YG? Because
They're allowed to release music.
PJ's on Black Label.
Yeah, they're allowed to. They're allowed to produce whatever they want, basically.
Yeah, that's probably why, because they have a lot more creative
They
control.
don't need
it seems.
YG's
Yeah,
perfection.
So, like Black